Now introducing the starters for your Indiana Pacers. In the middle, 6'5", Tyrese Haliburton. At point, 6'8", number 3, Chris, number 3. The other four, 6'10", number 23, Chad Howard. At the other guard, 5'11", number 10, Jason Whittington. That's the other forward, 6'11", number 11, Jennings. Your Indiana Pacers head coach is J.B. Bickerstaff. Fans, your Indiana Pacers.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Ball. Ryan is out there with Clutch, and it's Gabriel in at the 2 spot. And for the Pacers, Howard is out there with Tyrese Haliburton. And there's Wennington, and it's Jennings in at the 3, the small forward. We've got a battle of the big men inside, Clark. Both teams with talented front courts.
Well, these teams rely heavily on their 4 and 5 guys, Kevin. It's going to be, I think, a lot of fun to watch. So keep that isolated cam on the paint area. That's where most of the action is going to take place.
Here's Noel. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. A three-pointer, no good. Lets it go from 14, and it goes down 2 points. Noel's got his second bucket of the night.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Noel. He has 5. Ring shot on the way. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Jennings, uncovered. Gabriel with the rebound. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. There's Noel, good on the triple. Noel's got 10.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Here's Wennington, swiped it away. Pass to Noel. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. The Pacers making a switch here. Fisher's checked in. Just 4 to shoot. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Now, Noel. 13 points in the game.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustments.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
That's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
The Pacers making a switch here. A Walker's checked in. Here's Noel. Again, the Hornets score.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Number 3.
Hornets leading by 14. Clock at 6. And the shot goes down. Noel's got 20.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Halliburton outside. And Clutch pulls it down.
He has not been at his most efficient this quarter.
Noel sinks the three-pointer. He's got 23.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fires for 3. And again, it's Charlotte with a 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Shot to stop the run, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Mathurin, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first quarter. What's been a very lopsided game. It's Charlotte running away with it. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Charlotte?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
We've got Walker. He's out there with Fisher. And it's Furphy in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Furphy. Gabriel with the rebound. Charlotte's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Here's Noel. And easy 2 points on the layup. Noel's got 30 points.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And the layup's good off the glass.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Ball against Jennings. 6 to shoot. And Clutch pulls it down. Hornets have got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Noel. He has 35.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Fisher a screen on Ball. Fisher looking it over, looking to end the run. Hornets with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Ball comes to help. It's intercepted. Here's Noel. Bucket is good. Noel's got 42 in the game. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate his shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
Good on the shot.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Jennings kicks to Walker. Pass to Mathurin. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the Mavericks. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for the Hornets, they're making their move. This is when we often see the better teams start that surge, right? And the pretenders fall behind. And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
7 straight fast break points. They've got the defense gasping for breath right now.
Here's Wennington following the 3 by Charlotte.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated.
And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. And so it's Indiana with it, following the 3 by Charlotte. 5 to shoot. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
What more can he do? I mean, my goodness, it's certainly his night.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Ball call.
And again, Charlotte running the court in transition. Here's Noel. Basket good. Noel's got 54 points.
And where would these guys be without all the easy points off these turnovers?
Boy, it's made matters a lot easier for him offensively.
And once again off the mark by Indiana. Fast break now for Sharp. Good! Another from 3.
For 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
57.
And so it's Charlotte holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Charlotte Hornets.
They're going to the arc, drilling shots, making it look simple, even by today's standards.
Yeah, you'd think a defense now would be more prepared to guard the three-point line, but that hasn't been the case. New topic. Fellas, we've got a number of strong contenders for this year's three-point gun. And that'll do it for halftime.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so here is Indiana on the court for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball is out there with Clutch. And there's Bryant, and it's Noel in at the point guard position. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Howard can't hit.
And even though he lacks the size of some of the other bigs, that extra effort has allowed him to do some serious work here on the board.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And here's Jennings. Here's Wennington from deep three-point land. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
That's tipped, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Here's shoots over Bryant.
Second violation. Charlotte ball.
Just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Noel, and another one falls. Amazing.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Howard kicks to Jennings. Shot clock at 6. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened, to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
Let's it go. Yet another bucket.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. The Hornets number 1.
The coaching staff has emphasized the defensive end of the floor, and you can see over the last month they've really improved, doing a great job of keeping their opponents' points down.
Fisher sets the screen for Halliburton. And it's Fisher in the corner. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Hornets have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Noel. Another bucket. Wow.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Hits it again. Wow.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Jennings. Bryant comes with the double team. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, "I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I kick it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play." Back to you.
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Here's Noel. Defended by Fisher. No problems knocking that one down. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Hornets.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end.
Held ball violation. It'll be a 2 ball.
.40 seconds left in the third. Noel, the bounce pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Walker comes in for Halliburton. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Wennington. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. The Pacers making a switch here. Furphy's checked in.
Number 12, Johnny Furphy.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Fisher finds Walker. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by the Hornets.
Noel with the ball. And Charlotte turns it over again.
Pacers ball.
And so it's Charlotte with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Their defense has been active and let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to...
Connects again from distance.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Fisher can't hit. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. And again for three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Here's Furphy. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ball's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Noel. Good! Another from 3.
For 3.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now, Greg, alone in second place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? Bryant comes with the double team. 4 on the shot clock. From deep, Fisher. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Now, Noel. With the floater. And he lays it up and in. Noel's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Fast break points, the edge goes to them, and those quick buckets are easy money. I love to see that.
Halliburton's checked in for the Pacers.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Noel. And again.
And that ties him for third all-time scoring for a single game. What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show. Fisher outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Noel. There's the 3. Good. He hits again.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. Halliburton with it. Now guarded by Ball. Halliburton, no good. Charlotte has gotten in the good. That's another bucket.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game. And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex.
And again for three.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives. Timeout called the Pacers. 1:53 left in the fourth. Let's now take our opportunity to check out our player of the game.
Well, he has absolutely been ferocious in this one. Right from the opening tip. I mean, he's made his presence felt. It's been impressive watching him outwork and out-hustle everybody during this game.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. 1:53 left in the game. Here's Wennington, outside Jennings. 6 to shoot. To end the drought, Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
And this, and got it! Another basket!
Kevin, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long.
And even in hostile territory, the fans have to respect what he's done here tonight.
You know, Greg, he's filling it up and giving them their money's worth with his terrific performance.
Boy, tell you what, this is one of the greatest displays you'll see, and not just basketball, any sport. Unbelievable.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the corner, the rebound by LaMelo Ball.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some.
Here's Noel. Connects again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Halliburton. Fisher a screen on Ball. Here's Halliburton. 3 on the clock. Halt the run, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Noel with the ball. Fires from way outside. Gets it to fall.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get